Okay. Anybody else who has done? Daniel, Manikam, Jaykumar, Krishna, Suvita. Anyone done that program on sorting what is it? Sorting the list of tuples using Lambda. Lalita, you have done?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you share your screen?
Sure.
Okay. Typical, while she is loading, Lalita, you load your screen. Tuples is nothing. Tuples is like a list only. If you see, tuples is a data structure which has round brackets. Okay. List la வந்து square bracket use பண்றோம். Tuples is denoted by a round bracket. And one more thing is, list is mutable or immutable? Can anyone tell me? Are lists
Mutable.
Huh?
Mutable, ma'am.
What do you mean by mutable, Krishna?
Ma'am, we can modify the list, ma'am.
Tuples, what about tuples? Tuples are immutable.
Immutable.
Immutable. Like string, you cannot change it. Okay. Most, otherwise, more or less I think the methods, everything, I'm not able to remember all the methods. More or less, most of the methods are there a similarity in both. But tuples is immutable and lists are mutable. And when I say the problem given is list of tuples. Now, every element is going to be a tuple in that list. Okay. So, who has shared this? Lalita?
Myself, ma'am.
Yeah. Can you
able to see my program, ma'am?
you have joined many programs or only one?
Ma'am, this is output and this is the question, ma'am. This is the program.
No, don't block it. Block panna inno customer create panna. Don't block.
Can I able to see, ma'am?
But where have you used the lambda function?
Here, ma'am. To get to short the names, like the fruit name and to short the cost value.
Okay. You have asked the user on you want to sort on what? Okay. Take us through
Yes,
the
ma'am.
program. Okay, take us through the program.
Actually, what is the program is like program to short a list of.
One second.
Yes.
Now Lalita will take you through the program. Any doubt anywhere, stop then and there and ask her. And how many of you, before she starts, how many of you have gone through Lambda? I remember soon after Krishna Jaykumar or interview, na sonne Lambda on the Ketang and the madam, all of you go through it. How many of you at least went and Googled about Lambda? No one else? Jaykumar. Okay. So do see, because that was asked on that day. I don't know to whom it was asked Lambda function, Bati. By the time you are not aware, but it's always good to like இந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது கொஸ்டின் புரியலன்னா உடனே போய் ரிசர்ச் பண்ணி பாருங்க அது என்னதான் அதுன்னு. Okay. Okay, ma, Lalita, start. We'll only do this one program today because all of you have got internals. We'll discuss this program. Then I will just brief you about Lambda. I've kept the windows open. After she finishes, I'll explain Lambda function once again, and then we can finish the class because all of you have got internals. Is it okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Lalita, ma. Go ahead.
This is the program to sort a list of tuples using Lambda. So here I have a list like apple, that is the name of the fruit and its cost. So we need to sort it by name or name and cost. So I have done for both. So first here I am defining a list of tuples with the fruit name and its cost. So I have given us input list where it's apple 50, orange 15 and mango 30. So I'm getting a choice from the user where I need to sort it by name or a cost. So if my choice is name, I have a sorted list like I have used sorted function as I have given the input list inside and key is equal to lambda x is to x of 0, where this key determines what we are going to sort by. So here in the list, I have the first index is my fruit name. So I have given in the lambda as x of 0. Okay. So I'm getting output here as I'm getting from for loop so that I can list my fruit name alone. That is item of 0 for item in shorter list. So in this shorter list, that is in the shorter list, I have taken the first index of the list, and from that shorter list, I am getting the output by using a for loop in order to get only the fruit names. So likewise, I have, if my choice is the cost, I have you should same the sorted function. Here in lambda function, I have mentioned as x of 1, where my cost is mentioned in index 2, index 1. So I have given as x of 1. And likewise, I have getting my output using my for loop so that I can get only the cost of the fruit. So in else condition, I have if the choice is not name or cost, and it will print as invalid choice. If it is invalid choice, I'm printing the same input list. Then I'm printing the output so that I can get to the root name or the cost name, whichever we want.
Okay, Lalita, just tell me one thing in line number, சின்ன text படிக்கிறதே கஷ்டமா இருக்கு. Line number, one second, don't move. 14.
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose, see, you use the lambda to sort the tuples, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So now you are doing the first one is by name. Okay, so it will be A, B, C, D, M, N, O. So you'll have to get apple 50, mango 30, and orange 15, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So suppose you only listed the names of the fruit in line number
Yes,
4.
ma'am.
Suppose I want the output to be apple 50, mango 30, and orange 15. How will I change that? Line number 14.
Ma'am, you want both the name and the cost, ma'am? If I want both the name and cost, here in lambda, I should include a x of 1, ma'am, for the index 2. That is, this is the index 0, this is index 1, ma'am. Here I have mentioned only for index 0, ma'am. So here I need to mention for index 1.
No, you are not able to understand. I want to sort by the name of the fruit only.
Okay, ma'am.
So that is your if statement kulla poiruchu. Choice is equal to name, right? Now I want the output. See, okay, run the output first. You run it. Give name. Name. Okay. See, you have got apple, mango, orange. But I'm telling I want the output to be apple 50. So even after sorting, I know what is the price of apple, what is the price of mango, what is the price of an orange. So I want the output to be apple 50, mango 30, orange 15. What is the change I have to do in line number 14?
We want to print both, ma'am. So item of 0, we need to write item of 1, ma'am.
Why are you complicating so much? Anybody else? First of all, how many of you understood Deepika's code? It is perfectly correct. Logic wise, it is perfectly clear. Even functioning, it will function. How many of you understood? Okay. Lalita, I'll tell what I wanted. I'll explain that. Okay. One of you tell me, what is it that you didn't understand in our code? When I asked when you understood. So what is it that is not, that you have not understood in our code? Anyone? Lambda function, what is it that you have not understood?
On the sorted function, ma'am. Sorted list equal to sorted னு போட்டிருக்காங்களா ma'am?
So நீங்க என்ன சொல்றீங்க? What are you telling Deepika? What should she use?
No ma'am, I'm not suggesting ma'am. அது is that a function or உள்ள என்ன நடக்குது கொஞ்சம் like கொஞ்சம் clarity இல்ல ma'am எனக்கு.
Okay. Anybody else? What is the other doubt? Why it is not understood? Okay. Okay, Deepika, before I explain the whole thing, just comment the line number 14, Lalita. Comment it. and
Ma'am, actually, if
ஒரு
we,
நிமிஷம்
this line, இல்ல மேம்
சொல்லுங்க.
நீங்க கேட்ட கொஸ்டின் இப்பதான் மேம் எனக்கு புரியுது ஆக்சுவலா. சோ இப்ப நம்ம இந்த ஃபார் லூப்ல வந்து இது போடாம இருந்தா we will get the shorted மேம் as நீங்க கேட்ட மாதிரி ஆப்பிள் 50, மேங்கோ 30, ஆரஞ்சு 15.
So why so much? See, don't you think you are trying to add more codes to your program which is not required? In fact, one நிமிஷம் line number 17 comment பண்ணுங்க. And line number 20 ல வந்து instead of output make it sorted list. Or copy sorted list ஆக்கிடுங்க அதை. Underscore list. Now print sorted list. No, not output. Run it for all the three one. வருதா?
மேம் ஆக்சுவலா மேம் கேட்டாங்க வந்து ஷார்ட் பை நேம் ஆர் காஸ்ட். இது நான் என்ன வாட் ஐ அண்டர்ஸ்டுட் இஸ் ஷார்ட் பை நேம் இன் த சென்ஸ் யூ நீட் டு கெட் ஒன்லி த நேம்.
No, sort by name na arrange it in alphabetical order according to the name. Apple,
Okay.
apricot
Okay,
last
ma'am.
irukkalam. Okay. Now run it
Okay,
for
okay.
and see if it is working. Next is then I'll explain lambda and everything for them.
For cost, ma'am.
Cost. If என்ன ஒரு output cost na, it should be orange first.
According
then,
to the cost, it should arrange, ma'am.
Yes,
15
orange.
first, 30 first, 15 next.
Yes, good. Next, then.
Actually, I understood the problem like that, ma'am. We need to get only name so that I have
Okay.
used
Even
for
okay,
loop,
it is
ma'am.
correct if that was a requirement, but I strongly feel that the ma'am wanted it to be sorted.
Just
and
shorted. Okay.
Displayed
Okay, ma'am.
along with the price. It makes more sense. Yeah, எனக்கு இப்போ orange 15. You are
Yes,
only
yes.
giving me 15. இப்போ உங்க output in the second output cost, what would be the output, your output, old output? It would be 15, 30, 50.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I'll be clueless what is 15, what is 30, what is 50. But
Okay,
doesn't
okay.
this output make more sense to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you under, yes, ma'am.
And give a wrong input, just that also you see, run it. Give something else. Don't give name or cost. Give something else. Some ABC something. Okay. It is this.
Invalid choice.
It is
Actually, I have. Yes, ma'am.
good. Very good. Okay. Let us. Okay. So shall I? We'll come back to this code again. Before that, I will teach. Lalita, can you explain the sorted
Yes, ma'am.
function with the parameters? Do you know what these parameters? Yeah, explain.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, shorted function we are using here. We are giving the input here so that it will take the input apple 50, orange 15, mango 30. Here, what is that? It will take key equal to x of 0. So that x of 0 in the sense it is the first index. That is, it will take us apple, orange and mango. And in this, it will shorting them. That is likewise alphabet order it's shorted. So first we will get apple, mango and orange. So this, the key function it determines what we want to do. That is, here I am selecting the x of 0, that is the fruit name. So it will select the fruit name, ma'am. Fruit name and it gets shorted
Okay.
by its fruit name.
Okay. Good. Deepika, have you understood? Or anybody else? I know கொஞ்சம் clarity கொடுக்கிறேன் பரவாயில்ல. But Lalita, you've done a good job. Very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Can you? I'll just share my screen. Can you stop sharing?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. Before you wanted, who asked for this sort? See, you can either use sort, sorted. There are various functions in you that can be used with list. Even sort will work. Okay. I'm not shared my screen. Sorry. Okay, are you able to see my W3 school screen? All of you? Deepika, are you able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
See, both sort and sorted functions are valid. Now you will go see after your internals. Sorted எப்போ யூஸ் பண்றோம், sort எப்போ யூஸ் பண்றோம்னு you can go and research and see. But both are going to give you the required output for this program. Okay. What does the program say? You have a list of tuples. See, this is an ordinary list. But இதுவே நீங்க வந்து if you put it as a tuple, what is a tuple? Okay, here the examples don't have tuple. Within round bracket, if you put the data, that becomes a tuple. Okay. So now, what is sort do? Sort method arranges the elements in the list in ascending order by default. Okay. So if I use list.sort, if I write reverse, one of the parameters of the sort function is reverse. This, if not given, what will it arrange in? Can anyone tell me? In which order will it arrange in if I don't give this? Can anyone tell me what order will the list be arranged if I don't give reverse equal to true? Anyone?
Ma'am, like alphabet order, if we give the string, it will as alphabetic order, ma'am.
If I say reverse equal to true, one of the parameters of the sort function is reverse equal to true. If I do reverse equal to true, in which order will my list
Ma'am,
be?
like backwards, ma'am.
Backward, in reverse, in descending order. Alphabetic na
order.
Z length numbers na higher to lower. Okay. Another function, another parameter is key. That is what Lalita used. What is key parameter do? Please see before that key is optional, not necessary. You should give key. It has to be given when you have to specify a sorting criteria, function to specify the sorting criteria. இங்க என்ன criteria நம்ம ப்ராப்ளம்ல? ரெண்டு criteria. ஒன்னு வந்து நேமால சார்ட் பண்றது, ஒன்னு வந்து நேமால சார்ட் பண்றது, ஒன்னு பிரைஸால சார்ட் பண்றது. They are the elements of a tuple. So that is why Lalita is using a key parameter specifying the function. இங்க basically ஒரு function வரணும். Key equal to my function. Are you able to understand the syntax first? இது எல்லாரும் ஒரு thumbs up or you have understood this part of it. Sort or sorted, leave that is not an issue. Both are what do you say, valid functions. But the parameters within the sort function is reverse equal to true na descending order la பண்ணும். Keyங்கிறது இன்னொரு parameter where you specify the function where a function is to be specified mentioning the sorting criteria. Have you understood these parameters? I'll teach you the example. Have you understood this much? Have you understood what this key parameter does?
Yes, ma'am.
மத்தவங்க எல்லாரும் ஜெயகாவ்யா, Manikam, all of you? Yes, okay. Okay. Now I'll explain this with an example. This I opened to show you the syntax and all. Just ஒரு நிமிஷம் sharing of screen பண்ணிடுறேன். Okay, now let me go to one lambda function where I did. Okay. Okay. Now, how many of you know lambda function before that? What does lambda function do? Lambda function is called an anonymous function. What do you mean by anonymous? Anyone? What does anonymous function do? What do you mean by anonymous? Phone calls to anonymous call. What do you mean by anonymous call? Okay. Anonymous means it has no name. The function has no name. Lambda is an anonymous function. It has no name. A lambda function is a small anonymous function. Now, a function could name def equal to some function, calculator. So this function has no name. So the function lambda function can take any number of arguments, but only have one expression. Okay. Let me give an example. You'll understand. For example, suppose எனக்கு ஒரு சின்ன function எழுதணும். Just ஒரு parameter pass பண்ணி அதோட ஒரு 10 number add பண்ணனும் வெச்சுக்கோங்க. There are two ways of doing it. I'll show you. Let me try this. One is this way. I'm here I'm calling the function x variable. I'm storing the anonymous function lambda. What is lambda doing? Lambda is taking a parameter a and colon kapram irukkuradhu, it is telling you the expression that has to be done based on that parameter. Okay, in the argument vechi enna pannanumங்கிறது தான் colon kapram. So basically this lambda function as an anonymous function which carries both the argument and the expression in one line and returns a value. இப்போ இதை run பண்ணினா I am going to get the output as, what is the output going to be? 15. Yeah, I'm passing 5 as a parameter. A takes the value 5 and I'm telling on this A do the operation A plus 10, that is 15, and return that value to X and print that X. So I'm getting 15. இதுவே நீங்க வேற மாதிரி எழுதலாம். எப்படி எழுதலாம்? Suppose without using lambda function, if you're going to use this, I'll rewrite this code and show you. Then we'll go back to Lalita's sharing screen and that time you'll understand our code better. So how I'll be doing this is print x of 5 def x a return a plus. Now shall we see if this is going to return the same value 15? Both this code and this code are the same. Please see when this is going to return 15. Are both the functions returning same value 15? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, why did I use lambda here? See, lambda, it is called an anonymous function. Secondly, suppose you want to do some small, what do you say? Small expressions. Instead of defining a function, giving it a name, calling it, you can use a lambda function which will carry the argument. And the argument is the function you pass in the A. This is only this A. And then whatever you are going to, whatever operation or the expression you are doing with that argument, you specify after colon. So lambda function can be used for any small functions which require a single expression calculation or something of that kind. So in the code makes more, what do you say, more optimal, or this looks more optimal to you? Tell me. Which looks more optimal among these two codes?
First one.
The first one. So that's what the purpose of lambda function. Suppose நீங்க வந்து ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷன்ல ஒரு 10 லைன் எழுதுறீங்கன்னா அதற்கெல்லாம் நீங்க lambda function யூஸ் பண்ண முடியாது. ஏன்னா lambda function ஒரு கண்டிஷன் பாத்தீங்கன்னா இந்த W3 ஸ்கூல்ல please see here. It can take any number of arguments but can only have one expressions. What is the expression he's talking about? He's talking about this. He's talking about this. So you can have only one expression, but inga you can have multiple arguments. I have done one sample. I'll show you for some other program. In the program, paranga. Can you tell me what this does? I'll remove this because then you will. Can you tell me what this does? Anyone? Other than
Returns boolean.
no, other than okay, Deepika. Okay, tell. Solomon, tell. Yes, tell me. Who's ever started? Tell.
Ma'am, it returns boolean value, I guess, ma'am.
Okay, now tell me how it is operating. Explain the functionality.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we have initialized a variable x. அதுல நம்ம வந்துட்டு lambda ஃபங்க்ஷனோட return value வந்துட்டு ஸ்டோர் பண்றோம் மேம். So இதுல வந்துட்டு we have passed 3 arguments a, b, c, and within expression வந்துட்டு a greater than b and a greater than c ன்ற expression solve பண்றோம் மேம். So the obviously the return is going to be either true or false. So here in the print statement, we are passing three arguments, 10, 6, and 8 as A, B, and C. So if we apply the A greater than B and A greater than C expression, then it will return true, ma'am.
And the true is going to be saved in which one? Which value? Which variable?
It's, oh, I'm sorry.
It is going to save in X.
I
That's what
thought
when you
it's
say
in
print.
X.
No. So that's what. X-ங்கிற இதுல வந்து that result is saved, and when you say print, what is returned when I pass X as these three, na, it gives the value true, because here A is greater than B and A is greater than C as well. Right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the expression, and are able to see, nama in the program we usually one argument, but here how many arguments I have?
Three arguments.
Yeah, that's what Lambda is telling. You can have any number of arguments. I hope all of you are able to see my screen, right? நான் லேம்டாக்கும் கோடுக்கும் மூவ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன், தெரியுது இல்லையா?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here you can have any number of arguments. I use three arguments. Lalita's program we use only one argument, but we can have only one expression. Now, other than, I think Deepika answered this question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Other than Deepika and Lalita, can anyone tell me இதே கோட நான் அந்த ஆக்சுவல் ஃபங்க்ஷன் டெஃப் யூஸ் பண்ணி எப்படி எழுதுவேன் சொல்லுங்க? Can anyone tell me the code? I'll type it here only.
Can I tell or someone?
Krishna, okay. Manikam, ஒரு நிமிஷம் கிருஷ்ணா. Manikam,
Okay, ma'am.
Manikam நீங்க சொல்ல முடியுமா? சொல்ல முடியுமா? ட்ரை பண்றீங்களா?
ஓகே.
ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க, அப்படி இல்லைன்னா அப்புறம் கிருஷ்ணா சொல்லட்டும். சொல்லுங்க. டெஃப்
ஏதாவது ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷன் நேம்.
ஓகே, எக்ஸ்னே வச்சுக்கலாம். லேட்டஸ்ட் நான் இதே இதை நான் ரெப்ளிகா பண்றேன், அதனால அதே நேம் வச்சு போயிடலாம்.
பிராக்கெட்ல 10 6 8.
இங்க 10 6 8 கொடுக்கணுமா?
ஏபிசி ஏபிசி.
சரி, அப்புறம் if okay,
A greater than B and A greater than C. Return true. வெளியே மெயின் ஃபங்க்ஷன். Print X of 10 6 8.
Let's see whether we are getting the same answer. Capital T இருக்கணுமா? I've commented this code. Let me run this. What's the problem?
Bracket.
A வந்து B உடையும் C உடையும் கிரேட்டர் தான் இல்லைன்னா ரிட்டர்ன் ஃபால்ஸ் பண்ணுங்க.
Okay. But in this case it should be true, right?
மேம் கீழ bracket க்ளோஸ் பண்ணலாம். Print line. Print.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Just said the boundary condition.
Did you see? Both this code and this code gave me the same output. Now just let me change this to 60. What should the answer be?
False.
False. Okay, none, because I'm not given an else part. So if I give an else part, we make a more. It will be a more sensible output. False number. Okay. Understood. Now what I'm trying to tell you is in the function layer, I am only making one expression check. All of you agree with that? So when I'm trying to do, even this code is perfectly fine. This code, in the code work out, in the code work out. But when I have a small expression check to be done on any function, inside a function, I would prefer using a lambda because my coding length, line number of codes also, lines in the code also decreases. So this becomes a better option for me to select as compared to this. இப்போ புரிஞ்சுதா உங்களுக்கு எல்லாம் lambda-னா என்ன? Why, what is the key value in that sort? First யாரெல்லாம் தெரியல புரியலன்னு சொன்னாங்களோ? Now have you understood what key stands for in sorted and what lambda function, how lambda function works? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Savita? Okay. மத்தவங்கலாம்?
ma'am.
Jayakumar? Daniel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ipo, Deepika, sorry, Deepika, Lalita, can you share back your screen? And now have a look at the code to understand once again. Whether now you are able to understand her code better. And then I'll ask some questions, then we'll finish up the class. What paper you have tomorrow, all of you? என்ன பேப்பர் நாளைக்கு எல்லாருக்கும்? Internals.
Open
Huh?
Open elective paper, ma'am.
Open?
Elective.
Elective.
We need to choose some other department's paper, ma'am.
Okay, so it's different for each of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sure. Okay, now have a look at the code. And Daniel, can you tell me what is Lalita doing in line number 13? Daniel.
Ma'am. Ma'am, the input list வந்து lambda of x ல வந்து இதாகும் மேம். அப்போ வந்து x of 0 கேட்டதுனால x of 0 வந்து நம்மளுக்கு ரிட்டர்ன் கீழே, அதனால x of 0 இதனால நம்மளுக்கு நேம் வச்சு சார்ட் ஆகும், சார்ட்டட் ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம்.
Good. So x of 0 na index of the tuple apple is in the 0th position and the price is in the first position. So she is trying to say that x of 0 la ninga sort பண்ணுங்க. அந்த input list எடுத்துட்டு lambda function யூஸ் பண்ணி அந்த sort function எதுல யூஸ் பண்ணோம்? x of 0 ல யூஸ் பண்ணி sort பண்ணி கொடுங்க. அதனால தான் அந்த function line number 12 is, yes Lalita?
Now I'm here, ma'am.
So that's why in line number 13, the sorting is done using the name. And what is happening in line number 16? Savita?
Yes, ma'am. இன்புட் லிஸ்ட் எடுத்துட்டு நம்ம வந்து கீ வேல்யூல வந்து எக்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஒன்னுனா வந்து அந்த ப்ரைஸை வந்து நம்ம வந்து இது பண்றோம் மேம். அதனால நம்மளுக்கு ப்ரைஸ் வந்து ஷார்ட் ஆகும் மேம்.
Sort out. Okay. So now இப்போ எல்லாருக்கும் கோட் புரிஞ்சுதா?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
எல்லாருக்கும் கொஞ்சம் lambda function after internals, just have a go through of the lambda function and try to implement it in some program. ஏன்னா lambda is a very effective function. Okay. Appro. Has anyone done the second program on what Anu ma'am has given?
Can I stop share?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Lalita.
Yeah.
That solve the cafe problem using dictionary. Has anyone done that? Because of internals, you're not doing it, or some other reason?
இன்டர்னல்ஸ் ஒன்லி மேம்.
சரி, ஓகே. எப்போ முடியுது இன்டர்னல்ஸ்? இந்த வீக்கெண்ட் உடைய
17th மேம்.
17th. Okay. Okay. So we'll discuss this, but you should do it, right? So on the dictionary problem. Okay. We'll see in the Friday class what we can do because I don't think anyone is going to work on this code now. Anyone will be working on the second problem? Cafe problem using dictionary? No? Chalo, okay, I'll discuss with Chitra ma'am what to carry forward. Otherwise, we'll revise on functions and all on Friday class. Okay? So today we'll finish up the class. All of you go prepare for tomorrow's internal. Do well. All the best. Okay? Seriya?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Good night. Good night.